going on YouTube? We're back again for another episode of Kingsley's Kicks, and today in episode 2 we're going to review the classics. So in episode 1, I explained how I have to put my pennies together in order to buy new shoes each time they came out. Because I didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up, and when I was a broke college kid, broke high school kid, I loved a lot of shoes, but they're really expensive. So that meant when I saved up my pennies and put them towards a shoe, I had to make sure that that shoe was worth it. That meant a lot of research. And to help me do that research, I looked up to a lot of sneakerheads who were very versed in the sneaker culture. Whenever new shoes would drop, they always got a sneak peek version when they pre-released. And that helped me to see what they look like in person, if they look good on feet, if they look good with shoes or pants, and if they actually were worth it to spend my money on. So some of the sneakerheads that I looked up to were Kick Genius.
I don't want to hold you guys up too long. I just wanted to share my thoughts on the KD9 Elite.
DJ Dells.
Let's keep it light at first. You guys can do the math.
I am TMCII. Bullet RC.
1 star and the Converse.
Jumpman Bostic.
Fading to the back from the basement.
And Mr. Foamer Simpson.
Glimpse. I could not contain myself.
So jumping right into it, the first shoe of the classic Jordans is the Jordan 1 Chicago colorway.
I keep God first. I see evil when I converse. Not today, say.
I have so many Jordan 1s that I forgot to preview this in episode 1, but these are definitely not a forgettable shoe. These are one of the first shoes that Michael Jordan wore. He wore these in the All-Star game, and he also wore them again when he played his last game at Madison Square Garden. They have a white and red and black colorway, which was outlawed when they first came out, and that just made them all the more hype because, you know, everybody wanted to be like Mike back in the day, and they still do 30 years later. Jordan 1 Chicago's.
Left to the bank, you know that I'm coming in. We don't do it for the bands though. We don't do it for the clout. Legacy on the line, so I'm moving in and out.
Bonus shoe, because I forgot them as well in episode 1, is the City of Flight Jordan 1s. These are a nice colorway. They're a black dominant with some gold hits, and then they got this translucent bottom, which is always a nice touch. They're definitely another shoe that I don't mean to forget. I just have so many ones in my collection, but these are definitely a nice pair, very fresh, very sleek and easy to wear. Jordan 1 City of Flights.
Took time with this here, I'm made for a while. No sleeping while I won't fall. No sleeping while.
The classic shoe number 2 is one that's a lot of people's favorites. It's the Jordan 3, and it's in the true blue colorway. This shoe right here is one of the only OG shoes that released, and Michael Jordan actually didn't wear these in a game as a Bull. He did wear them when he came back and played for the Wizards. So he wore these also in the NBA versus USA basketball game. That was a friendly. I have these in the OG model, where you see here with the Nike Air at the back, and I also have them with the Jordan Air. And in the sneaker culture, this is a big deal. It might not seem like a big difference to you, but this OG model is more sought after, and people go after these a lot more. So I had these originally, and then when they dropped the OG model, had to get them again. There's the other difference is the tongues, where you can see this one has a red back and this one has a blue one. So overall, these are very nice shoes. A lot of people have worn these over the years. Kobe Bryant wore them in an All-Star game, and many other celebrities have been caught wearing these shoes. Very classic, very easy to wear, clean look with the elephant print, true blue Air Jordan 3s.
The real one be real, fake gon' fall. Took time with this here, I'm made for a while. No sleeping while.
Shoe number 3, that's another classic that you'll instantly remember if you've seen the Space Jam movie. Air Jordan 9 Space Jam OG colorway.
Catch, Featherhead. Look who's finally ready to play.
Let's see if I remember how to do this.
These right here are very nice, very sleek. You remember these iconic shoes, and you wore these in a lot of scenes, you know, where he's practicing with the Toon Squad, getting ready to face the Monstars. So the cool thing about this shoe is that Jordan wanted to be an international shoe that told a story. So on the bottom of each shoe, you can see different words in different languages.
Give some tributes to MJ being the global icon that he was.
That mean different words that meant a lot to him. Dedication, sport, things like that. Different languages like Swahili and Russian and German and French. They all appear on this shoe because he's a very cultured man. Just small things count, you know, it's all in the details. You know, that's what sets Jordans apart from other shoes. Jordan 9 OG Space Jam. Fourth classic in my list, these will be recognized instantly. The Air Jordan 6 infrared version. Michael Jordan won his first championship in these, so these are very iconic. If you follow Michael Jordan's career, you know that these are one of the models that you'll see over and over again when he's hitting those shots that are so iconic. It starts with the infrared shoelace holder that is iconic to every Jordan 6 model. They have this heel tab in the back that's inspired by the Porsche. You got the translucent bottoms. You know, those are always a nice touch. 2 holes in the tongue that make them very easy to put on. And if you look closely on the sides, you can see the 2 and the 3, reminiscent of Michael Jordan's number. And funny story about these, when I got them, I ordered them on the site and they were in my cart and the site crashed. So I didn't know if I actually got them and if they were sent to me, so I ordered them again. And sure enough, I ended up getting 2 pairs. So now I have one to rock and one to stock. Air Jordan 6 infrared. And the last classic model that's a staple in any Jordan collection, the Bred Playoff Jordan 11 shoe. He changed the game with these because these are the first ones to introduce 2 things to a shoe that have never been done. One is the patent leather that goes all around the shoe, and the other is the carbon fiber hits at the bottom. When these first released, Jordan again got fined, a reoccurring thing for him and Tinker Hatfield. They love to, you know, change the game, be trailblazers, and, you know, do very different things that hadn't been done in the NBA. And the NBA didn't know what to do with them, so they decided to fine him, and he changed later to a different model, which I'll review in another episode coming up soon. But for these, you know, these are one of my most favorite shoes of all time. I love the 11 model. It's a close second behind the Jordan 1. And the reason why I love the Breds is because they have this red blood bottom. Most of the Jordan 11s come with that clear translucent bottom that ends up yellowing over time. But with these being bloody red, you don't have to worry about that. The Jordan 11 also comes with a card that lists his accomplishments throughout his career, including League MVP, All-Star MVP, Finals MVP, you name it. Jordan's done it. He did it all. He's one of the best players to ever touch the basketball, and the Jordan 11 shoe is just synonymous with all his accomplishments. So the funny story about these is I did my normal routine whenever a classic Jordan comes out. I want to make sure that I have it for the long haul, so I got one to rock and one to stock. But fortunately for me, Nike decided to give these out as a holiday gift, so now I have one to rock and 2 to stock. I'm sorry, I can't get enough of these. The Jordan 11s are a classic, but I'll get more into that next week. Michael Jordan is one of the greatest athletes of all time, and he's always been synonymous with his Air Jordan models. And some of these shoes are the most recognizable shoes on the market. And if you're in the sneaker culture, you see these and you know exactly what time it is. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.